I lost 2.7K in the last week of March. A lot of traders will revenge trade, blow their accounts, trying to make it back, but I did not. I took my loss and I called it a week. That is exactly why I'm still up 8R in the month of March. March has been one of the most difficult trading months for me, but I was still able to end it profitably. That is because I am good at losing. I have gotten to a point where I've accepted the odds, I've accepted the probabilities, and I just take my loss and call it a day. It is all part of the game. You are paying an expense to play in this game. Losses should not be looked at as a failure. Losses are part of the game. You should embrace your losses. In fact, I'm glad that March was this difficult because it helped me understand and it helped me realize the importance of sticking to the process and managing risk properly. Not every month is going to be good. You're not going to end every month green. But if you're managing risk properly and you're sticking to the process, you're not changing your system, you're not changing things simply because you're having a difficult month, then in the end, you will come out on top. A lot of traders like to make it seem as if they're perfect traders. They're always ending the day in green. They're always ending the month in green. But that is not the reality of trading. What makes you think you're going to outperform algorithms, institutions, banks every single month, every single day? That is impossible. We are retail traders. The odds are already stacked against us. There's no way you're going to tell me that a retail trader is consistently pulling in every single day, every single week, every single month, ending in green. It is not possible. If someone is out there telling you that's what they're doing, they're lying to you. They're selling you a dream. And when you wake up, you're going to realize that the only thing that you have to pay attention to is becoming good at losing. What do I mean by become a good loser? You have to be so good at losing that when you take a loss, when you take a trade, you follow your system, you follow your plan, take a loss, you smile because you took a loss. You congratulate yourself for taking that loss because you know that you followed your system, you followed your plan, and that's just the result your plan gave you at that time. We should not beat ourselves up for taking losses. Losses are part of the game. Losses are always going to be there. You just have to be good at managing it and you have to be good at accepting it. See, we as traders, when we take losses, automatically in our head, we feel like we failed. That is because that's how the primitive human brain is designed to think. So it's going to be hard for us to reprogram our mind. If you followed your system and you know you followed your system to the T and the result that the system gave you was a loss, accept it and just call it a day. It is an expense. You have to embrace your losses. The only way you should be mad at a loss is if you broke your rules, did not follow your system, impulsively took trades, and then took a loss. That is the only time that it is okay for you to be mad at taking a loss because you did not follow your system, you did not follow your plan, you broke your rules. But if you followed everything to the T, and you know you did, and it ends up in a loss, do not beat yourself up. Do not be mad, accept it, journal it, improve it if you can, and then come back the next day and try it again. Losses are good. Losses are good. Once you develop the mindset of taking a loss like a boss, knowing that in the long term, your system is going to provide positive results, you should embrace those losses. This is part of the process. This is part of what the system is going to generate. If you remove the discretion part of trading, and you just focus on executing mechanically, you see this, you execute. I believe that mechanical strategies make it a bit easier to follow your rules. It makes it a bit easier to stay disciplined, especially if you have data on that mechanical strategy, especially if you know that that strategy has an edge. Because we as humans, we're limited to making few decisions a day. So the best thing to do for your trading is to eliminate all the decisions that it takes before you have to execute. You don't want to overcomplicate things. You want to create a system that is easy to spot. As soon as you see it, you know, okay, this is a pretty good setup. You can grade your setups A+, B+, B-, C, whatever you want to grade it, so that you know that this setup is acceptable. This is a setup that I am allowed to take. This is a setup that has presented itself. It showed up before. I've collected data on this setup and I have an idea of the win rate percentage. See, we have to make trading a numbers thing. I do monthly back testing with my trading community, and as we were back testing the whole of March, I realized that if I had just stuck to the system without having any human errors in there, I should have been up 17R for the month of March. My system is simple. It does not require too much discretion to execute. It shows up on the chart every single day during a specific time window. I see it and I execute. If I had just stuck to the process without sometimes letting my emotions get in the way or sometimes overthinking before I execute, I should have been up 17R for the month. Doing this and backtesting it, it gives me more clarity that we must stick to our system. We must have a good system in place first off. We must have a good system with an edge in place, and we must stick to it. It does not matter if you're taking a string of losses. You just have to stick to the system. Towards the last week of March, I was taking a string of losses. I think I took 3 losses in a row. It kind of started messing with me because I'm like, what's going on? Like these markets are just trash. But we should never blame the market for anything that happens. Whatever result the market gives us is the result the market was supposed to give us. We should never blame the market for taking losses. The market is just there. We should look at the market just like how we look at life. In life, we have free will to do what we want to do. And depending on what we do, depending on what we choose to do, depending on what route we choose to go, whatever outcome we get from taking that route, we have to accept it because we made the free will to go down this path. We don't even know exactly what's going on in the back end. The market is just there. So we should just look at it as a tool that we can use to pull money out. But before we get to that point where we're consistently pulling money out, we first have to work on ourselves because the market never does anything to us. What the market does is what the market is supposed to do. So blaming the market is simply you just looking for something to blame and shifting the blame on something that does not even care about you. So the only thing we can do is work on ourselves. The market is simply a reflection of ourselves. You have to be good at losing to become a profitable trader. The quicker you realize that trading is a mindset journey, the closer you will be to profitability. Trading is not about what's going on the charts. And I'm guilty of this too. I enter the market, I take a loss. If price was choppy, I'll blame it on choppy PA, I'll blame it on Trump, I'll blame it on this, I'll blame it on that. But at the end of the day, it is just what the market does. Sometimes it's going to be choppy, sometimes it's going to be trending, sometimes it's going to be moving sideways. That is how the market is designed. That is how it has always been. The best way to go about trading is to make it data driven. Data is an important aspect in trading, and I will keep emphasizing on the importance of collecting data because I know a lot of traders do not collect data. Be honest with yourself. Do you collect data? Do you collect data on a trade by trade basis? Simply having your data next to you will help you walk away from losses. Because you can see that when you zoom out, 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 losses is not the end of your trading career. If you create a system and your system is backed up by data and this system has an edge, you're going to notice a significant improvement in your execution. It is very important. When I took my 3 strings of losses, I went back to refer to my data, and then I realized that I've taken 4 losses in a row before, but I still ended up profitably, simply following the same process. So once I now know that, okay, this has happened in the past, it happens, it is not common, but it happens. But as long as you stick to the process, it'll all play out in your favor. But how would I have known this if I did not have my data? I'm just guessing? No. Trading should never be a guessing game. A lot of us just go into trading and just thinking, I can just guess where price is going and it's gonna take me there. No. Trading should be data driven. These are some of the reasons why it is so difficult to make it in trading, because there's a lot that goes into it that we overlook. These small little things like collecting data, analyzing your data, refining your data, these small things that we fail to do as traders, that is what makes the biggest impact. In trading, the smallest thing, the smallest detail makes a huge impact. It can affect your trading tremendously. Your psychology has to be on point. Your execution has to be on point. You have to have an edge. Your strategy has to have an edge. All these things are in play. So these are too many things for us to just remember in our heads. These are too many things going on. There's too many moving parts. So how do we simplify it? Firstly, let's take the guessing out of trading. Don't guess where price is going to go. You have to have data points that support your executions. Before you think about reward, think about risk. Never put reward before risk. Always put risk first. Whenever you enter a trade, you should be thinking about how much you're willing to lose before you even think about how much you're willing to win. Whenever you take a trade, think of it as, I'm going in this trade, I'm only allocating this amount of money to go into this trade. I'm only willing to lose this amount of money to go into this trade. The reward is just a plus. That's how you should think about it. You should think about your reward as a plus. You should think about your reward as being rewarded for following your process. Once you start shifting your mindset to think like that, that is when you start seeing huge improvements in your trading. A lot of us think about it backwards. We think, oh, I'm gonna enter this trade with 10 contracts, I'm gonna make $10,000. No, you should think about it as, I'm going to enter this trade with 10 contracts. If this trade does not work out, I'm going to lose $10,000, and I'm okay with that. The reward should be like a gift for good execution and good performance. Once you become a good loser, that is the only way you are going to become a good winner. You cannot become a good winner in trading without first becoming a good loser. You have to first become a good loser in order to become a good winner. See how a lot of things in trading is backwards. Like, it's backwards from how we think, how our minds are programmed. It's all backwards. That is how us as humans think. We have to be good at winning. We have to be good at making things happen in order to become successful. But in trading, it's backwards. You have to become a good loser before you can become a good winner. It is not the other way around in trading. So as a new trading week starts, a new trading month starts, let us have this in our minds. Let us start working on our mindset. Let us start working on our trader's mindset. Let us start working on reprogramming our brains to become better traders. We have to learn how to think backwards from the majority. We have to learn how to think backwards from the 95%. You have to learn how to think backwards. You have to reprogram your mind. Have your system in place. Follow your process. Be a good loser. Accept losses, embrace losses. As long as you're following your system, you should even be happy with a loss. Because now you know that, okay, this is just the probabilities of things working out. Because if you're taking losses, then you know a win is right around the corner if you have a good strategy or a good system with an edge. And it's hard to think like that, especially in the moment. But let us all try to work on that. Let us all try to work on becoming better losers before thinking about becoming better winners. That is all I have for you guys today. I love doing these videos because not only is it helping you guys, not only is it helping a lot of you guys, it's also helping me because I am reiterating these things to myself. I know what I need to do, but sometimes I forget. So whenever I speak it out and reiterate these things to myself, it gives me a better understanding of what I need to do and the course that I need to stay on. Because I know what I need to do. A lot of us know what we need to do. We just do not do it. You're on your journey. This is a tough journey. It is not easy. I don't care who has to lie to you, who has to tell you what. This is a tough journey. It is a mind battle. Our minds are always trying to work against us. For some reason, that is just how it is. Our minds are always trying to work against us. So we always have to try to reprogram our minds. So I hope these videos are helping you guys. At least try to reprogram your mindset and get in a good trading mentality. That is the most important thing, is having a sound mindset and having a good trader's mentality. Because with that, it'll show in your trading. What's going on in price is not relevant. What's going on up here is much more relevant. 90% of trading is a mindset game. Your strategy is not going to make up for your lack of a proper trader's mindset. And I don't see a lot of traders talking about the importance of data collection, but it's very important. So if you're not collecting data, please do. Please start collecting data as soon as possible, because it'll help you a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys got some insight from it. If you did, give this video a like, go down in the comments, tell me what you guys are going through, anything that you guys want me to discuss, any help that you guys need, I will talk about that. Let me know down there in the comments what you guys want the next video to be about, and if it is something that I have knowledge on, if it's something that I can help you guys with, I will definitely do that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can be the first to receive my videos. Thank you guys so much for listening to my rant. And I hope you guys are getting some value from it, because that is what I'm trying to do. Whoever I can help, if I'm helping one person, I am happy, because I know that this journey has been a long journey, and I just want to give what I've learned along the process, give it out there so it can help somebody else. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.